Yes, YouTube. Welcome to my very first video. This is my introduction to YouTube. Thanks for clicking on. I'm just putting out a quick video today. It's going to be basically from when I very first joined the gym, and it's going to take you to exactly what I'm doing now. If you've clicked on this, it might be because you already follow me on social media, on my Instagram or something like that. But if not, welcome. I'm going to be aiming for I'm going to try and put out one video a week. I'm not going to pretend to be any good at this because I'll be far from it for a very long time. But at least I'm getting involved. I've been meaning to do it for a while. Okay, so I very first started training when I was 19 years old. Didn't get involved for any specific reason. It wasn't because I had body image issues or anything. I was really skinny. I joined because all my mates were already there. And I just wanted to get involved. My brothers had already been training for a few years, and I used to take the piss out of them when they used to go to the gym, to be honest. So it wasn't because I was worried about being skinny, even though I was very skinny. For my height, I was only 10 stone. So from there, it was a fitness gym I joined. I was very consistent from the start. I saw some really good changes. Because I was so slim, I could see the muscle coming on, and everyone knows about the gains you make in the first year. So I was really consistent, and then I ended up joining, after about 18 months, I joined Ironworks Gym, which is a really popular bodybuilding gym in Birmingham, and ended up getting invited to watch a bodybuilding show. Enjoyed that. That gave me a lot of motivation. Me and my training partner at the time ended up going back to the gym, and then that's when we started looking into nutrition. I started looking into how much protein I should have been having, and then also pushing lots of carbs in and stuff. And I remember back then I was cooking like a whole chicken every day. So I was eating like a whole chicken every day. I'd take some to work, have some before the gym. I was doing bagels, just everything you could get, everything I could get my hands on. But my body was just loving it. It was just soaking it all up. I didn't even put too much fat on. And then the next year I saw, because after watching that bodybuilding show, I knew I was nowhere near bodybuilder size. So at the time, UK BFF and Men's Physique wasn't out, or I didn't know about it anyway. So I saw a thing at Body Power. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically like a photo shoot challenge. So you had to diet down. You got into board shorts, and then they took photos and whittled the numbers down. But I didn't make it into the top 25. But honestly, I didn't give a shit about that. The highlight of that was I got into really good shape, and I ended up managing to get a quality picture with Jeff Seed, who had just started going viral at the time. So I got a quality picture with the tops off with Jeff Seed, which I'll post up here. And I also met Matt Ogus. So that is what got me onto YouTube, really. That's when I started learning, because from what Matt Ogus posted up, he used to post about 3DMJ as well. That's when I started learning. And to be honest, I'd say 80% of all the things I've learned is off YouTube. Obviously I've done lots of reading and done courses and things like that, but YouTube is just the people. I think a great way of learning is just taking bits from different people and just trying them out and just trial and erroring them. Also just little tips and people's weird and wonderful ways. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I've got plenty of weird and wonderful ways with what I do with my diet and stuff. So anyway, after that, there was the first Men's Physique shows. Me and my mates, we ended up prepping for it. Managed to get second in that show. I ended up going to the British a month later, and the biggest surprise of my life, and probably one of my favourite shows. I managed to come third in Britain at the time, up against all the top guys, which was crazy. So that's what gave me the bug. So then I came back the next year, competed a few times again. I placed well in the shows, but still at the British finals, the big one, I came third. Here's some pictures of them. The year after, 2015, I went to the Arnold Madrid to compete, which I wasn't in shape for. There's a picture here beforehand. But I did end up competing 2 times after that. I went to the British, and then I went to the Amateur Olympia, where I came second, which was probably my favourite show, which was that was amazing. That was up in Liverpool. That's this picture, probably one of my favourite pictures. Then I had some time off, put all the work in for 2016, which was my last show. I won a qualifier and then went to the British and got into really good shape with my coach at the time. It was my first time I'd used a coach, Ricky Varner. So there's the picture. That was the morning of the show. So we got pretty peeled. But what I did after that was I went into a reverse diet, because as everyone knows, when you compete, after a show, it isn't easy to get back into a normal diet, and literally everyone just blows up from eating. But I wanted to prove to myself I could reverse diet and do it properly, so I set it all up, and I ended up reversing out. Basically, the whole year after that, I wasn't trying to gain, I was literally just reversing out, and I was still doing cardio probably a few times a week and keeping my food quite low because I just wanted to stay in shape. It wasn't necessarily about maintaining, or it wasn't about building the muscle at the time. So over that year I did lose a little bit of mass, but like I say, I still managed to do the main thing, which was staying in shape. And then from last September, so 6 months ago now, near enough, I've been in my off season. I've been doing a bulk, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I'm managed to keep it tidy. I'm in pretty decent shape, which I'm pleased with. I wanted to do a lean gain. There's nothing wrong with like adding 30-40 pounds in off seasons. It can be beneficial, but for me, I'm just not into doing 20-25 week diets. So I'd much rather just stay within 15-20 pound and just 15 pound of stage weight, or ripped holiday looking awesome shape, and then you can just have a bit more fun with the diet down. So that's where I'm currently at. I'm about 6 months in. I'm still in off season until mid-August, and that's when I'm gonna do a cut. I'm gonna be doing a cut for 11 weeks. I'm not gonna be doing a show. I'm just prepping for the experience, not the experience because I need the experience, but the experience of just going through the motions of a prep, because if you know, it's pretty awesome doing it. It's good to flick that switch. And even though with the lean gain it's so good because you can sort of see the progress you're making because you're staying in shape. You can see like bits getting fuller, like my hamstrings and so on, and muscles getting a little bit fuller basically, but you won't see the proper details until you cut back down again and you can really put pictures next to pictures and say, okay, right, my hamstrings have come up. And then the rebound you get from that is pretty awesome as well. So the whole idea of this YouTube now is I'm going to be documenting everything. Like I said at the start, I'm going to be doing one video a week. I'll be doing all sorts of weird, I don't know why I'm saying weird, but I'll be doing all sorts of the normal videos, all the full day of eating videos and stuff. I'll do whatever people want me to do. All the information I'm going to be putting up, it's already going to be up on YouTube somewhere, because obviously I'm getting into this late, but I'm not doing it to become the biggest YouTube guy or anything like that. I'm just doing it because at the end of the day, all the information I've got from YouTube, it's because there's so many people, but you find people and a few people you connect with and you get the information from them. So if you're following me on Instagram, hopefully you'll follow me on here, and hopefully you'll be watching these videos and just getting some little tips off me, because there's only so much you can post on Instagram. So yeah, documenting the rest of my lean gain, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. You can pull little bits out of that you like the idea of, and then you can put that into your own practice. Give it a go. If you like it, if you don't, you can scrap it and move on. That's because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's just about trial and error, and that's what you find what works. I'm very modern style dieting. I know there's a time and a place to be super strict, but I'm very modern with things. And then what will be good is when I do the cut, you'll be able to see exactly, I'll be doing my weigh-ins and everything. So all the information will be on here. So hopefully these videos won't be too bad and too boring, and then you can watch them each week and there'll be little updates and so on. And between here and where the social medias, you'll be able to see exactly everything that goes on, all the little changes, all the manipulations, so you can put these into practice yourself. And then, who knows, in a few years' time I might have a few hundred subscribers or something. I know it's going to be slow to start with. I'll probably get about 10 or 20 views on this video, and half of them will be me watching it over and over again. But it's all good. Like I say, just want to get this out there. If you can share it or whatever, that would be awesome. But until next time, I'm going to put up another video next week. So please, if you've got some ideas, get at me on Instagram or put something in the comments down below. I'm going to spend the next few hours trying to edit this decently, putting the pictures in and so on. And so yeah, have a good one, guys. Thanks for tuning in.